When it comes to generating revenue from YouTube, you can do it with your first video and without being monetized on your YouTube channel through AdSense. Now, I'm talking about providing a service, a product, affiliate marketing, things like that to generate revenue for your business. Now, I'm going to show you a really powerful tool that can help you do this for a personal brand. This tool lets you record your screen, lets you record your face, and I'm using it right now. So you're going to see, in action what this looks like from your perspective, and I'm going to show you how to use it and what it does and what it's called. Now, first of all, you can use the link in the description to get a 30% discount for life. And so get a 30% discount, get amazing deal with this, and it's called Tela. So I've got a video here that I recorded with Tela, and I used my Tela app on my Mac to do this. Now, there is an extension which is on the top right here. You can choose to record. It won't show anything right now because everything's being used. Actually, I could probably turn on my camera here, and I got to get allow. Now I can actually turn on my camera. It's going to show my camera, choose whatever you want, choose the microphone. You can show your screen, any screen you want, and you just talk. Do your thing. Maybe you talk on your screen. I'm going to hide this because it's distracting right now. But let's say I'm going on my screen. I'm going to show a PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to talk about it, then talk to the camera. Mentally, I don't have to think about changing the camera angle or in OBS Studio, changing to show my screen or my face. If you're familiar with OBS Studio, it's a more manual process to record your screen and your face separately or at once. And you got to change and have that mental capacity to think about that all the time, because what OBS Studio does is it burns the video in and you can't change the camera angle later. So with Tela, you can actually do this in editing. Let me show you. I recorded a video. This was busting YouTube myths. You can go watch it. I'll link it at the end of this video. But what I've done is I've recorded it. It's straight, fresh, raw. There's nothing that I've done to it. And I'm going to show you how to use this and the power that Tela actually has. So let's first go with the layout tab here. So the layout tab will let me choose where I want to have my layout, what it will look like. I can choose just to show my face while I'm talking to the camera, or I can choose to just show my screen, which I was recording my screen at the time. I can choose to do both. I can choose the layout. I can even change the size of my face. So it's really powerful on what you can do. I can move it around. This is fantastic. And so this is one of the nicest tools because it essentially records your screen and your face separately, so that later when you put them on top of each other, you can change what is shown, who sees what and what time. So let me give you a little bit of an example. I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm actually going to put my headphones on, and you will be able to hear this when I play it. So for example, let's go ahead and select over here. So why should you stop uploading? What I want to do is start with my camera. So give the audience a good introduction and let them see my face. So I'm going to start here. So why should you stop uploading consistently? Because the norm of what you hear from a lot of YouTube gurus or just people. So fantastic. I'm going to skip through because this is just the intro. I'm going to get to where I start to show my screen. Okay, so right here is where I start to look at my screen. So what I'm going to do is click Add Layout. And now it's got this this tab here, and then it's got a second one here. So it's kind of split it. So with this one selected, I'm going to choose the layout that I want. I can also choose the transition. It can be smooth or a hard cut. So let me show you what the smooth looks like. And number 4 or number 5 is actually probably going to surprise you. So let's go with the first one, posting consistent. So you can see it kind of shrinks the image, and it is nice. I can either do a hard cut if I prefer that. So let me show you what that looks like. Let's go with the first one. There you go. So it looks great. It shows my screen. I'm talking consistently, right? I'm going to make this larger so that I can see my face a bit more. So it's because there's a lot of empty space. So I want to kind of fill that a little bit. We have believed on or believed in. And number 4 or number 5 is actually probably going to surprise you. So let's go with the first one, posting consistently, right? So why should you post consistently and why shouldn't you? Cool. So then now here, I feel like the audience has seen the screen. I'm going to click Add Layout, and then I'm just going to go back here and choose my face. So now it'll switch back to my face. I'll go back a couple seconds here. Let's just zoom in so I can select it. So I'll click play. I'm posting consistently, right? So why should you post consistently and why shouldn't you? Now, there's going to be some, Now it looks like I've just edited the video and it's got a bit more of a extra production value, which people sometimes like to see. And so this is really, the crux of everything here. And so that's changing camera angles, but there's so much more. So let me show you how I take out dead spaces. So let me show you, for example, here. I have to post consistently in that example. So I had to pause, gather my thoughts, think about what I was going to say next, take a breath. So I obviously want to cut this out, but if I zoom out, there's going to be quite a few of these throughout the video. Well, there's actually a really simple way to do this. So I'm going to click trim, and it's got silences. I can choose to have it fast, so remove more of the silences faster, but I'm going to do kind of natural, and it's going to remove 21 silences. So I click remove, and it's removed those silences. I'm serious. Let me kind of show you what that looks like here. So I'll zoom in, and this is kind of where I gathered my thoughts here. So let me zoom it out a bit more, and I'll show you just what this looks like. So I'll play it. I have to post consistently in that example. But what are some examples where you don't have to post consistently? Well, there are some where even takes out when I'm thinking right over there. So fantastic little tool here. Just that saves me so much time alone. I mean, there's also other things here. You can choose what your border is in terms of the edges. I'm just going to keep it the same. You don't really need to mess with that. Subtitles, you can choose to add subtitles and the style. So if I click on this, it'll follow the subtitles. You can do two options. There's lots of different ways you can do this. I like to keep it like this. It's pretty simple. You can edit the subtitles. Let's say it got it wrong. Or what I love to do is I have a newsletter and I take a lot of what I talk about and put it into a newsletter. So I can either download it or I just copy the newsletter, paste it into AI, decorate it up a little bit, put it in my newsletter, make it sound like, add some touches and stuff, but paste that transcript into whatever I'm doing. And it does fantastic, gives me all the information I need. You can choose to turn the subtitles off if you really want to. One other thing that you can do is obviously rename it at the top here, but when you click download, you can also download it in its format. You can choose if you want an SRT file, which you can upload to YouTube as an SRT file. That's too much to go into right now, but it's essentially a captions file that's separate from the video. Download 4K, 60 frames per second, 30 frames per second. You can start downloading that, upload it to YouTube, do whatever you got to do with it. But you can also do this. So I can click share. You can even choose to embed it, and I'll click responsive and I'll check these on. You can choose to embed everything, get the code, and you can embed it on a website and it'll play the video fantastic. But there's also, if you copy the link and send it to someone, and I'll paste it here, it'll look like this. Then you can even, as the owner of the video and the account, you can add a button here. So let's say this is a VSL, or you want to introduce people to something before they go do something else, and that's something else, that button is linked here. They'll see that button and they can click on it. It's really a fantastic tool. Now on the play thing here, I'm going to just mute it while it plays. But you have speed options, so I can play up to two times speed, turn on captions. So really powerful tool. I use this a lot when managing my team, because I have a team with YouTube and providing a lot of feedback with clients and things like that. And so this is really helpful in order to help provide feedback to those people, because I have some very specific systems and procedures when it comes to growing on YouTube and the strategies I provide to my team and to my clients. So I need to be able to at least cohesively and clearly go through and explain what I'm trying to express and talk about. And so this is a really powerful tool in order to do that. There's so many use case scenarios, I can't say all of them, but at least you get a little bit of an idea of what Tela can do and how powerful it is. You can get like I mentioned, a 30% discount with the link down below. You can even get a free trial with the link. So you get a week trial, you can give it a try, see what you like or see what you think. A Mac has a really powerful app and I really love it. And I'm using it right now, using OBS Virtual Camera with my camera, sending it into OBS Studio, added a LUT in there to make it look nice, add some color grade, and then turn on Virtual Camera with OBS. And now Tela sees it as sort of like a webcam. And so Tela is using it, using my main camera. So really powerful tool. if you want to check it out, like I mentioned, link is down below. And if you want to learn more about the 5 myths that I go over about YouTube, click the video over here before it disappears, and I'll see you in that video where I break down some of the biggest YouTube myths that even you have believed.